All right, everybody. So this video, I'm going to quickly walk you through the syllabus, the class, the setup, everything that has to do with our 7-week English 1010. So here's the home page to get started. Let's open up the syllabus right here. Okay, let's make that a little bigger. All right, so this is English 1010 661 Composition 1 Distance Learning, and this is a 7-week course, so it's really, really fast. Get that guy out of there. My name's Charles Kell. You could just call me Charles. You don't have to call me doctor or professor or anything. There's my email address if you need anything, my office hours. If you ever want to meet through Zoom or online as well, just email me and we can set up a meeting. The purpose of this course is to enable students to write fluent, accurate, and effective essays, including research and documentation assignments. This class is distance learning, remote asynchronous, which means we will not be meeting. I'll be posting videos that walk the class through their lessons and assignments. It is your responsibility to watch and take notes on these videos. Even though we are not meeting, the course syllabus will structure the class based on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This will help you guide. This will help guide where you should be. A little typo there. This will help guide where you should be and when you should be completing the readings and assignments. Everything for the class is located on our Blackboard site. It's your job to keep up with everything. If you feel lost at all, please reach out to me. If you want to work on and cover additional topics, it's your job to let me know. The entire class and readings will be available on weekly sessions on our Blackboard page. So that's the second link, and I'm going to walk through that in a moment. Learning outcomes. So this is what we'll have accomplished at the end of this course. Follow the writing process and principles in writing assignments. Use standard English grammar and mechanics. Adapt a writing style that aids and enhances communication. Apply critical thinking skills to all steps of process writing and to differentiate among inadequate, adequate, and superior presentation of ideas. Analyze, evaluate, and synthesize several valid sources of information to produce well-reasoned and original essays in accepted academic format. Examine and assess own and others' writing. Develop information literacy skills and research in writing. Research a topic with social, cultural, or historical implications to produce a 6 to 8 page research paper that integrates quoted and paraphrased material with MLA documentation. That's the big finale there. There is no required textbook for the course. All the readings I provide through Blackboard. So that's, absence. This is for the in-person class. Here's a little note on the robot, AI, Chat GPT, all that jazz. Some of that stuff can be beneficial further on. For this class, I want us to really work on developing our own skills with outlining and all that stuff and writing. So it's imperative that all work submitted for this course is your own. Use of AI, the robot, all that stuff is not allowed for writing your papers, etc., etc. I don't really care so much about this first one, but I really care about developing the skills, outlining, brainstorming that on your own without the robot doing it for you. It's a passive vis-a-vis active learning and education, etc. So that's my little spiel on the robot. My policies. Most of these pertain to in-person classes, so you can ignore this stuff. The first one's important. Note on email and professionalism. This class is online, distance learning, right? So we're not meeting, but we still need to be mindful of each other's time. I'm not free to answer email 24/7. Don't email me anything like, be sure to look at the Blackboard site. Don't email me like, when's the paper due? How much is it worth? Those simple questions are all on Blackboard. However, if you are struggling or have questions that do with content, like you're struggling with the paper, thesis, intro, please email me and we'll work on that stuff. Read everything, emails, assignments, syllabus, watch the videos. They walk through everything in the class. All right. Here's the big money. Here's what you're concerned about, the grading policy. So I always base my classes off of 1,000 points. It's easy to tabulate your grade then. Obviously, if you finish with 940 points, you have a 94%. Here's the breakdown. I don't like a lot of busy work, even for an online class. We have our discussion boards. We have 4 discussion boards. We have 4 papers. That's it. Here's the class breakdown. Attendance, obviously we're not meeting, but you get these points basically if you turn your work in on time. Turn your work in on time, you get these points. Work that is late will have points deducted. Work that is a week late will receive no credit. So we have the discussion boards. They're 4, worth 50 points each. I'll show you those. Paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. That's it. And I have videos that walk through each of those papers. My goal for all of you, I want you to get an A in this class. In your freshman, sophomore classes, you should always try to get an A. The grades will be available on your papers with detailed comments. If you don't receive the grade you want, you can revise and resubmit. Now, I don't have time to look at rough drafts, but you can resubmit your essay if you incorporate my feedback. So, you should really, I want everyone to do really well in this class. Grade breakdown, again, like I said, work that is a week late will receive no credit. I've had it in the past where students who I didn't do anything all semester and they try to throw everything together in the last week. We're not doing that, right? And especially this is a really short class. There's a quick turnaround on the paper, so you need to stay on top of everything. All right, here's the class schedule. Again, we're not meeting in person, but I based it on a regular schedule, so it's easy to see when you should be completing the assignments, keeping up with readings. Thursday, October 30th, read pages 2 through 19, 46, 49. There's the paper 1 handout. Syllabus, watch the videos on Blackboard. And here's the schedule right here, right? Paper 1 handout, paper 1 due. Paper 2 handout, paper 2 due. Paper 3 handout, and so on. It's a really short class, so you got to keep up with these things and stay on top of it. So you see the schedule here on our syllabus. The schedule, it adheres to it under our weekly sessions. So there's the 7 weeks, right? Weekly sessions, week 1. There is the syllabus. Here's the pages that I want you to read. They're up here, right? Those are the pages. Writing. So I scanned the pages for you to read. Here's a video on paper 1, where I walk through paper 1. Here's a paper 1 handout. So you could look at that, right? That's the class. So that's week 1. Week 2. There's the paper 1. Here's some stuff on introductions. There's more pages, etc. Week 3. Paper 2. There's the paper 2 video, paper 2 handout, and all the pages. So everything that's on our other syllabus corresponds to the weekly session. So this is where all the information will be found. And in those paper 1, paper 2 videos, I walk you through setting up the paper, where to turn it in. You see this. I'm going to show you this quickly. Here's assignments. Paper 1 with the video and the handout. Paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. You click on that. Upload your file, attach your file, and hit submit. That's how you turn the paper in. That's all you do. That's on assignments. But in those videos, this video, I walk you through how to do that. All right. Email, there's your grades. Turning papers to PDF, how to save a Google Doc as a PDF, all that stuff, because I only want Microsoft Word or PDFs. Don't send me your Google Doc link. Writing videos, writing resources. There's all these extra handouts and notes on introductions, thesis statements, paragraphs. There's all these on in-text citations, works cited when we get into paper 2 and 3 that are really important. So all these videos on that, which hopefully makes class, easy to follow and easy to complete. Here are the discussion boards. This video walks through the discussion boards. A little caveat, some of the dates in the videos and the discussion boards don't correspond to our class because I made these videos before, but all the information is the same. But you just here's the first discussion boards due Thursday, November 6th, 2nd, November 18th, 3rd, November 25th, 4th, December 4th. So, yeah, and the video shows you how to turn them in and all that stuff. You just go to discussion boards. It's right here. Here's the first discussion board. Answer these questions. Watch these videos. You click on this. Click on Create Thread. There you go. You attach your document here and write your responses there. That's it. So, that's the class. When I teach online, I don't like to have a ton of busy stuff, a lot of extra work. I run the class online is the same pretty much as I do in person. 4 papers, 4 discussion boards. That's it. I'm much more concerned with quality of work than quantity. So that's that. That's the class. Please get on Blackboard, become familiar with it, play around with this stuff. And if anybody has any questions, please reach out to me. Good luck, everybody.